Welcome back to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host, Eben. Back here at AMCO Transmissions. We're here in Henderson, and we're back with my good man, Steven. Steven got his first AMSOIL experience, I'm going to say about 3-4 months ago, and we were here hanging out. We did the motor oil change on this beautiful Toyota. Working on this 2018 TRD off-road, and Steven loves taking it out in the desert. He drives it, loves the vehicle. He does a little bit of crawling a little bit, you could say, and he's got 5,000 miles on it, and we're actually going to be doing oil analysis at only 5,000 miles. You heard me correctly. So AMSOIL Signature Series is 100% synthetic. It's good for up to 1 year, 25,000 miles, or 700 idling hours, and we're going to be doing it here at probably, I'm going to guess he did maybe 200 idling hours, about 5,000 miles. We're going to go ahead and show the dipstick of what it looks like so you guys can see that it burned absolutely zero motor oil. Did a little bit of math, and he's got exactly 5,500 miles on this motor oil change, and we're going to go ahead and check the dipstick, take a look at it. So Steven's going to go ahead and check her out. And what would you say your percentage of city and highway driving is, roughly?
Say about 60-40 highway.
All right, 60-40 highway. All right, so let's take a look. Let's get a good look at that dipstick. So there you go. There's the dipstick. Tilted a little bit towards the light. Right there. There's the dipstick. It used zero motor oil. So there we go. Perfect. Definitely remember, I'm going to put a little link right here to our previous oil change and flush on this beautiful Toyota. And now we're getting ready to drain her down. Steven's in the zone. He's got his headgear on like a miner. And I mean, he is just at it. So there it goes. We're just going to be doing our oil sample. Beautiful. Beautiful timing. Great hands. As we blind him a little bit with the light, but
I can blind you back.
I know, he can blind us back. Look at that, he's good, he's good. Beautiful. You can cap her. Go ahead, don't be shy. Cap her off. Oh, gotta go back for the cap, make the reach. There's the move. Shaboo-boo. That's it. We're draining AMSOIL that's expired about 8%. So this oil could be put into 3 other vehicles and be driven for 5,000 miles. But, you know, it's good to see him getting his toes wet. We're getting him out there in the fields. And, I mean, he's out in the fields all the time driving his Banshee and doing the stuff in the desert. So we'll...
I figured new year, new oil.
Yes, new year, new oil. I like it. We're getting ready to change the filter. We got her all drained down. This is a proprietary synthetic medium. And then also it's got a specialty silicone rubber gasket on both sides. And that doesn't allow oil to go around. And that's how the AMSOIL filter is good for 98.7% efficiency at 20 microns. And I'm going to show you. This is the AMSOIL box right here. 98.7% efficiency at 20 microns. And quite a bit of an upgrade over OEM. And also this medium flows better for cold starts. So about 80% of the wear on your engine is during your first cold start. So by this holding the oil in and it not draining out, your oil's ready to circulate on your next cold start, and it also flows faster with this synthetic medium. And it actually holds about 4 times more contaminants than cellulose paper filter. So it's a nice upgrade, and he's cracking her off right now. He's getting ready to drain her. You just push this little teeny thing in and she just starts to drain down. Beautiful. And there she goes. Beautiful. There's our AMSOIL filter with only 5,000 miles on it. And there's the oil coming out of the filter. Beautiful. Look how. And now it's time to go ahead and feel her up. We're putting in our 0W20, and this is Signature Series. Has 75% more wear protection than the leading industry standard. So basically the pistons and cams just don't wear out. And the other thing that makes AMSOIL Signature Series different is it doesn't thicken. And when motor oil thickens up, it actually gets harder to circulate. You lose gas mileage. Your cold starts are slower, which 80% of the wear is on the cold start. So by using this lubricant, not only are you getting the better fuel mileage, you're getting less wear, but you're just exponentially protected all around. And we're going to go ahead and feel her up, check her dipstick. And how many quarts does this thing take?
I believe it's like 6.5.
About 6.5 quarts is what this bad boy takes, which is a nice little extra capacity for the for the 6-cylinder. Some 6-cylinders take 6.5 quarts, like Hondas. This one takes an extra 2 quarts, and that's really nice to have for a little bit extra wear protection, and the formula just holds up better with extra capacity. So it's nice to have that little extra reserve capacity for a little extra burn off. And we got Steven here. We got our sample. We got the basic write-up on Oil Analyzers. Oil Analyzers has a couple locations in the United States, and it's real easy to do this. So the first thing he's going to do is up at the top at company, you're just going to put whatever name you want to call it. You can call it whatever. You can just say,
Like
you just put your name. Yep, just put your name. So he's going to put his name. Second thing, he would just put his address, which would be the shop address. They can just, there's no reason, because they're not going to be returning anything. They're just going to keep the sample. So the address really doesn't even come into play. Basically, they email you the results. So it's just super easy. So coming on down, you're going to go, it's the sample is an engine. That's where the fluid's from. All right. So he's got his email address in, so they can email him the results. He's going to check that it's an engine sample, and it's the lube time. He's going to estimate probably about 250 hours. You didn't do that much idling and stuff, have you?
Well, I could do by miles.
Yeah, so go by miles. So he'll go by miles.
5,504.
Yep, 5,504 miles. We'll go lube changed, so he'll hit yes to changed, and filter changed. So he didn't decide to keep running the motor oil. Coming on down, we'll go, the component is the AMSOIL, yep, it's a gasoline engine, AMSOIL Signature Series.
Engine manufacturer, Toyota.
Yep, engine manufacturer.
Engine model. I have to go grab that. It's on the truck.
Oh, you don't need that. That's fine. You don't need that. Just say V6. Just put V6. That's fine.
I think it's a 2G RFE.
Mm-hmm.
Application, automotive.
Yep, right. Automotive.
Lube manufacturer, AMSOIL.
Yep, and then also put AMSOIL Signature Series, so they can put
product code Signature Series.
Yep, put AMSOIL Signature Series. Yep. And what they're going to do is they actually save the baseline of AMSOIL Signature Series. So no matter what oil you send to Oil Analyzers, they know what that starting point is for that specific lubricant. So they're actually going to match up this AMSOIL Signature Series. This oil's got like 5,000 miles on it. Basically, it's like 8% expired. It's barely even used. And they're actually going to match it up and show the base number, how it combats acid. They're going to show the metallic that's in here. They're going to show the viscosity change. So basically, as he ran this oil, he boiled it down and actually made it thicker. And they're actually going to show how much thicker this is. So all these different elements to show the wear on his engine, which his engine's basically brand new. And you'll see in the video before, I'll put another link to it, he actually did an engine flush, which was a good idea because it got all the old composite deposits out of the cylinders. So this oil's going to be even cleaner because he got that stuff already out of there. So it's going to be amazing to see how clean this really is. So we're going to go ahead and put the label on. The one for your records is this one. So Steven's going to keep this for him. And then this one goes on the jar. So you can take that off. You don't have to write anything on it at all. And then it goes, see barcode that way. And it just goes sideways right there. Perfect. You got it. So that goes there. And then what he's going to do is the oil analyzer's prepaid UPS packaging. This package, this opens up. You open this little package up, and all you do is you put the paper, you fold the paper up, you put the oil in there, and then on the outside of the pouch, you put your shipping label, and then you keep this bottom part. This gets kept for your records so you can track it, and then that's it. And they will usually do the oil analysis on your oil under a week. I just did mine on my Corvette. You'll see that video right here where I actually did the oil analysis on my C5 Corvette, 11,200 miles and 13 months on AMSOIL. And that's it. This bad boy's ready for shipment in just about 3 days, 4 days. Steven will have his email sent to him. He's going to print it out. And we'll after God, 2-3 months it's been, and we just both got so freaking busy, and we're back with the report, oil analyzers, and here we go. We'll go over it. So we'll start at the left. We got wear metals, and you'll see Steven's got the little clicker there. So we got iron, I guess, chromium, nickel. Everything's extremely low. Basically nothing really shaving off. Coming over silicone, that's all normal. That's in that from the factory. What is this? Moly right there. Coming down to boron. Those are all additives that are in there from OEM. Zinc. A lot of people ask me about zinc all the time. You know, what's the numbers? Coming over. That's the date and when it was received. 5,500 miles on an oil change. Coming down to
so there's fuel dilution.
Less
than 1%.
Less than 1%. So that means his cylinders are sealing really well because he's got a new truck and everything's clean.
Less than 0.1% soot and less than 1% water.
And that's because we did the engine flush, which really kept the cylinders and prepared them for the 100% synthetic. So there's no carbon deposits. There's the change in viscosity, which is basically unchanged. So as the oil breaks down, it gets thicker, and then you lose gas mileage. So this oil basically didn't even thicken at all. Coming down, base number, that's a good number for fighting acid in the oil. So that's still good. Oxidation, nitrogen, good. And I think that pretty much sums it up. I mean, nothing else to really go over too much. Definitely check out my other videos on the channel. I did one on my C5 Corvette, and that was with the 5W30. And God, I drove the heck out of that car for the whole year. Or no, 13 or 14 months in that oil change to really flex it, see what we could get out of it. Then I have my Uber Lyft video, which is 1 year, 20,000 miles. And that oil was good. Check out that video. I'll put that in the description here. And then we're here at AMCO Transmission. Steven here. He'll be here. And anything else you want to add, Steve?
No, it really about covers it.
All right. And that pretty much sums it up. So if you have any questions, reach out to Steve. Reach out to me if you have any questions. And I'll put some information in the comment section below. And we'll see you guys back next time on the channel. Cheers to protection, protection, protection.
Later.